a lion?
2010.
2010. That's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
And why the Lions Club?
There's a complicated answer to that. So I've always been into service, but I lived in the little town of Oak Ridge, and I was manager of a credit union there. Little town credit union, where when you were in a market, they asked for a loan, because they all knew you, because it's a small town. And part of my job required me to volunteer. And so I was into everything. And my kids were growing up at the time. And when they got old enough, they moved out of Oak Ridge. So we ended up moving after them because they started having grandkids, and we all ended up in Eugene. And during that time period, from when I moved to probably 3 years afterwards, I never did anything. I never did any service. I never did any volunteering, nothing. It was like I was burnt out. I had moved and, I was done with that because I was manager for 20 years. And so it was a lot and I was done. And one day I went on a wine trip with the local park district, and the current president of the Lions Club was late. He was actually a really wine aficionado, and they kept saying when he gets here, he's going to tell us all kinds of things about wine. Well, the only seat left was the one next to me, and he talked Lions the whole time. I didn't even get a lot of wine stuff out of him. I got Lions. So he talked me into coming to a meeting, and I was hooked. Long story, but that's what it is.
One meeting and that's
it.
You were right there, back into service again.
Yep, back into service. But I was ready. It had been a long time, and I believed in doing it. So
right, absolutely. Services, it gives you a good feeling.
It does. Warms your heart.
Right. So how many years have you been a Lions member now?
Well, it's almost 13, but it's not quite 13.
Not quite 13.
Yeah.
Wow. 13 years of service. So you said you worked in the banking trade, the credit union. So that's your expertise.
Finance, yes.
Finance stuff.
And then 15 years ago, I became a reverse mortgage specialist.
Oh, wow.
And that's all I do. I don't do regular mortgages.
Wow.
I like working with seniors. And it always seemed to me that that's what my life is now. I work with, there's a lot of seniors in Lions. There's a lot of, and I work with seniors and I love it. They have such a history and legacy to tell.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
So in all your time, what significant memory or fundraiser project comes to mind?
The first one that comes up is something we don't do anymore. We worked in a place called Delta Ponds in Eugene, and we, cleaned up vegetation. We worked and fell in the ponds. But there were a lot of us, and it was really camaraderie to be able to do something like that. And that's like one of the first projects I did, and I really enjoyed it, outdoors and working with everybody. Yeah. So
that sounds like fun.
It was fun. I'm hoping to do it again sometime. We keep looking for projects, but the county is not cooperating, letting us do it anymore. So it's what it is.
So what positions, officer positions or awards, things like that, what's happened in your 13 years of being a Lion?
Well, I've been Lion of the Year twice. I was Cub of the Year. I was president twice. I've been fundraising chairperson, which is one of the things that I really enjoy. I'm still that. And the last year, because I was president 2 years ago, and our club has a policy that when you finish your presidency, you become membership chair. So this last year, I've been membership chair also. Well, we made a deal, and I did co-chair with somebody. So that, you got to do what you got to do. But let's see, I've had Melvin Jones. I've had presidential. I got 2 awards from the ID when they came at conventions, and all kinds of. Somebody says you need to put those awards someplace else. No, I like them. I like to look at them. Memories, awesome. Good memories.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Exciting. So you said you've been fundraiser chair, and you've done that for a lot of the years. What's your favorite fundraiser?
Santa breakfast.
Santa breakfast.
Yeah, and one of the reasons for that is because my husband plays Santa.
Do you get to be Mrs. Claus?
No, I know, because I'm too busy doing other things. Yeah, there's always somebody else volunteering for that, and that's fine.
That's a wonderful fundraiser.
Well. Yeah, it is. it's way fun. And the last year, for the first time, we did it with, I don't know if you're familiar with Hartfeld House. The Hartfeld House is the for kids that are in the hospital, their parents to stay so they don't have to go far.
Okay, kind of
Yeah.
like the
It's a
Ronald McDonald
Ronald
House.
McDonald
Yeah.
House, but
Okay.
we call ours Hartfeld House in
Okay.
Eugene. Yeah, Lions raised a lot of the money for it, so it's close to my heart. But we had it at that house, which is like that place is only, it's less than 5 years old, and it's a beautiful facility. And it was so much fun to be able to do this breakfast and highlight their house. And we had, you know, when people came in, they were like, "Oh, this is beautiful. I didn't even know it was here," you know, or things like that. So that was nice. It was really
Wow.
nice.
So you're able to
do that.
incorporate the Santa fundraiser
Exactly.
with the,
Yes.
wow,
Yes. So
that is brilliant.
it was great, you know, and that's what teamwork's all about. That's what getting on a committee and working together and throwing out ideas. Maybe we should do this. Maybe we should do that. You know, and something happens from it. Yeah.
Right,
It's exciting.
absolutely. So what words of wisdom would you like to pass on to our younger Lion members?
I didn't practice that one. I didn't really even think about it. But for whatever reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is you don't have to be perfect. Other lions will support you. They really will. You get in a position, and it's like, help, and there's somebody there to help you. And I think that the camaraderie with lions is just, that's what it is. They're serving, and they're serving together, and they're learning that it's just, we're family. And, you know, and I think that it's really important.
Absolutely. Being a part of the Lions family
Yes,
is
absolutely
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so how would you like to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as a happy person, as a person that did the things that they wanted to do within reason, you know,
Right.
because there are definitely obstacles in life, and I understand that. Everybody should understand that.
Absolutely.
But wow, what do I want to remember? Just, I don't know. People always tell me I have a big smile. So smile like I do. How's that?
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Sharing a smile,
Sharing
and
a
it
smile.
just keeps
Yes.
going
And
and
going
going
and
and
going.
going.
That's right.
And that's a wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful thing to be remembered for.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.